All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Devilman Crybaby, Episode 6.
Okay.
All right, we had some nasty demon / potential something else. Maybe
It's an
injury fusion. Now, I am not 100% sure about this whole theory thing here. But I really think that if they're trying to like start the seeding of this idea of the hybrid, like the perfect hybrid,
Sure.
Just saying that was a failed one, and Akira is a picture of a
sexual fusion. That's how it all works.
I mean, yeah, it's all sex. That's basically everything this show's about, right?
I mean, she did kind of look like Ragyo. I'm just saying, with that hair and everything. So.
Oh, interesting.
Who knows?
Yeah, connection. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Some interesting things are going on with the other Miko, Miki too, if you will.
That has been devilified.
She has been devilified, yes.
And there's the organization, apparently, that Madame Celine,
yes.
Yeah, she was
dead.
a part of that. She's dead now.
Yes, but they had their things that were going on, and they are a little bit larger and more connected than we gave them credit for.
Illuminati confirmed.
Yeah. I had my theory from the previous episode that
it's Rio's organization,
actually the leader of one of the aspects of the organization in some ways.
Who knows?
But there's so many crazy things that could happen, that have been happening, that we basically just got to watch this show and just figure it out as we go.
We will.
Yeah. So without further ado, y'all, let's get into this crazy show. All right, everyone, we're gonna start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Okay.
And let's get into some awesome music. This is actually all Slay the Spire. That's the heart.
So Akira is the hope for humanity, but also it's
rejecting his humanity.
But also maybe it's curse, and then he's the hope for Miki in that sense's regard. But Miki is going to get wreathed in darkness, aka she's going to die.
Well, she's also reaching for darkness, but
and then
maybe
the source of that darkness is obviously
the stars fall,
Rio,
the angels fall.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And then the beast within humanity, the Rorschach images and stuff with all the eyes and the spider.
A spider.
Yeah,
nice.
just realized that.
In the eye of Sauron. Kaka!
Diametrically opposed. Going to be enemies.
Oh, they fucking.
Oh my god.
Staring intensely at each other.
And then we have this form.
Right. Yeah. Miki's actually the one that's going to transform into some super angel being.
After Rio does...
Oh.
I mean, this is where
baby.
Berserk was inspired from, right?
Ooh, constellations.
Constellations, yeah. Oh, nice.
So are we going to see what actually happened that night?
Yeah. Oh. 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 That's horrific.
Okay.
Oh. Wait.
Was it a dream?
I don't know. It might not have been.
Yeah.
I think it was, because there's a ceiling, so he couldn't see the stars. Oh.
Or
was he looking
maybe
into the future?
or maybe it was something where that happened and then he transformed and then he woke up in a bed somewhere else and
Right.
you know.
Sure. Oh, yeah. I love the OST for this show. Oh my god. Wow. That's what they gotta do. Oh, yeah. This random guy,
Yeah.
always shown, but is like he has no character at this point.
Oh.
Whoa.
I love how he just has a gun in the background.
Whoa. And an age of fearing. Whoa.
And that's something you want to have happen.
Wait, what did he just drink?
Something that will forcefully, like, make him transform.
I don't know. Okay.
He says this as he shows the video of him killing a bunch of people. Yeah. Oh.
Dang. Holy crap, Rio. Well, okay. Yeah, he wants to spread a message. A message of fear. How can this come from a good guy? Totally. Yep. That was great. That was great.
But not related by blood.
Oh my god, please, Jacob. This could be like a super serious part. Dang, okay.
Because I'm totally gonna die.
Yep. Oh my god. Wow.
Those skulls on
They
that
look like
plant?
skulls on the plant, right?
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, at this point, I'm not even, like, surprised anymore.
Yeah. All right, cool. A super track meet, and here's
And again,
Rio
his
with his
secretary.
freaky demon, sexy
Uh-huh.
secretary. His sexretary. Oh.
Oh no, is this where he's gonna do the reveal? Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Oh boy.
There's gonna be a lot of people here too.
Yep.
Oh, there he is.
He's got the sunglasses and everything.
What's that? Like,
Timing like the camera movements with the
Right.
steps.
It's like he's got too much strength in his step and he's not used to it. Oh.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Oh. Whoa. No, you're the one crying. Wow. Mhm.
I love how it has a pentagram on the bottom of the water bottle.
Right.
That was all in the women's locker room.
Hmm?
I want this locker.
Yeah. Okay. Dang. Oh my god. Wow. Wow. She's just like, oh. Wait, what?
The fact that she was waving,
Oh, because she was.
she still cares, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it seems like they're dealing with basically how both Koda and Miko have some problems with still feeling some empathy
Right.
for the people that
Mm-hmm.
were coming up to them in those situations. The music. Yeah. The guy with the machine gun. Oh. Of course.
Maybe people?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Those eyes.
Oh my god. Wait, but is there a possibility though that Akira took the drink with the pentagram because he doesn't want him to transform?
I don't
So
know.
that was never one that or no, it's probably he's gonna transform. He's gonna transform, yeah.
He hasn't questioned anything that Rio does so far, so...
Yeah. Oh dang. Whoa. Nico live stream. Whoa. Oh. Oh my god. Akira? Yeah. Being like, don't go to the match. Oh, there we go. That works too.
Okay.
I'm terrified for like what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. Did he take their quotes?
I think so, yeah. Shouldn't she die?
Wow.
Oh my god.
Man.
Oh. I mean, that was what the episode started with, but like, wow. Oh man. Oh, and now he's gonna get basically sacrificed for, Rio's vision.
Yep.
But look at this. This is empathy. This is.
Yep. Oh yeah.
This is.
Oh, it's happening here.
Oh.
And okay.
Oh, here goes the music.
Looks like he's holding back.
But he's saying he doesn't.
Right.
He's not holding back. But
like, he's not doing the full animalistic sprint.
yeah. Whoa. Oh. Hey, he's calling her.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
All right.
Oh my gosh. Oh, they're both not even. Yep.
And then in 2 seconds, yeah.
She's not gonna give it to her.
Oh.
Whoa. Whoa. Holy crap. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm very curious about this now. What's Akira's. Rio, what are you doing?
Oh.
Oh my god.
He's trying to induce a... Okay.
Yeah, he
Okay.
didn't switch. That's right.
Yep.
Oh crap! Because Rio gave him
Yeah,
the one
yeah.
anyway. It doesn't matter. Oh my god. Jeez. Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
Jeez. She gonna go crazy and beast out as well? Oh, wow. Miki's gonna save her. No, we can't just switch to relaxing too. Oh my god. This guy's not even paying attention. He's gonna have his head just chomped off in a second here. Yep, that. Or that. Jeez! Well, you got what you wanted, Rio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, of course this kid is like... Jeez, Rio. That look. Oh my god. What? Oh my god.
Okay.
Asuka's hot even in times like this.
Wow.
Yeah. I've seen that demon on Devilman. Oh crap! The power of social media.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god! Now the organization thing is gonna. What the hell?
Oh,
what?
boy.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Wow. Okay. Time for a witch hunt.
Time for madness.
Yeah.
Oh.
Already?
Is he lying? I think he's lying. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Because lightning, why not?
Why not? Save you? Yes! Good!
Okay.
Oh! What?
That's the end of the episode?
That's the end of the episode?
You kidding
what?
me? You kidding me?
What? Okay.
But wow, like,
okay.
oh, this ending
This
track,
is
like,
nuts.
with how this episode
This
went, it's
is
just so
nuts.
perfect. It's so perfect.
Oh my god. So Rio's plan is to basically cause humanity to have to maybe reconcile with the fact that they are all essentially capable of being a devil. Basically,
I
someone
don't know.
that basically has the monstrous. Like, I kind of see this as kind of like a more spiritual Johann kind of thing, where it's kind of the thing of like you all have the monster inside of you, right?
Or it could just be he's doing a worldwide orgy murder fest, like, because people will start getting crazy and rioting and killing each other and all that stuff. And then maybe that's all to summon the super mega ultra demon that will be him.
That will cause him to ascend and what have you.
You know.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Either way.
Yeah.
What is this show, y'all?
It's got a good soundtrack. That's what it is. Not much happened this episode. Like, that was rather surprising. Like, it just sort of, you know. Yeah.
You could say that Rio got to have his keikaku and eat it. Oh
Rioli?
my god! Like,
Rioli?
no, it's Rioli.
Yeah, no, they. Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Right. I did not expect them to take this. I mean, okay, obviously the whole thing of the massacre at the track meet.
Yep,
but
made sense.
But yeah, that made sense. But the way they handled the duality in this episode with Koda and Miko, that was something that I did not expect, given how the previous episode went,
right?
And all of that stuff. That was cool.
It was very cool.
And then, of course, it made it worse. So, you know, because then Rio does his whole thing that he does. Yeah.
Right. So, Rio, I mean, we knew he was bad. We knew he was bad. But one of the things that kind of surprised me a little bit is basically that Akira seems to know that he's wanting to do this stuff.
Right.
And that this is all a good idea. He's like, yeah, I'm all for this plan. And then once it starts to happen, Akira then's like, no,
decides
don't do the plan by not switching the water.
Right, exactly.
So I'm glad
what caused that to happen. And,
right. I'm glad I caught that he was not switching the water, which is then really funny because it's like Rio then immediately did the here's sponsored drink, do that. So it's almost like he knew on some level there was a very high chance that Akira wouldn't go along with
hence
the plan.
why he had the backup plan.
Right.
But then Akira still went along with it, even though he wasn't going to go along with it. So, and we didn't see the thing that made him change his mind necessarily, unless it was the conversation in the locker room, which we didn't necessarily see what made Akira think all those things that he thought. But Akira was crying, so maybe it was that Akira was empathizing with Koda, and that's what made him not do it. But then
I think that's the main thing that we have to go on here is that Rio tells Akira that they're unfeeling. They have nothing they have no positive basically emotions. They have no conscience. But he was the Devilman Crybaby. He goes up to Koda and is all like,
I know that you care.
I know that you have feeling. And he does have feeling. He reacts with emotion. And by that, Akira knows, wait, Rio's wrong.
Yeah.
So what this is, I think, is that Rio is the one that has no emotion.
Right, exactly.
Rio is the one that has no empathy.
Yep.
And he's using basically his knowledge of maybe his own state, because he's something else.
Right.
And he's like basically saying, this will be the reason I can get Akira to understand that you're a special Devilman, but all these other ones, no, they're worthless. They have nothing to
and yet
to show for it.
It feels weird because he's basically saying the reasoning that he's giving Akira of why all this needs to happen is that they don't care. And the one thing that Rio has shown time and time again that Akira is very much aware of is that Rio doesn't seem to care. Now maybe he cares about Akira, maybe, but even then, now that we're starting to see things like this, not really.
Well. Again,
in a different way.
Still, I'm sorry, I cannot go down that route entirely. Rio, for some reason, cares about Akira. There's a reason why he hasn't sacrificed Akira, why he hasn't violated his will at any given point.
It could be utilitarian, but we don't necessarily know or not, so yeah.
Right. Until we get something, I would say, very explicit, it is hinting towards that he doesn't care about Akira, but there is still probably something about Akira, whether or not it's actually him as a person or
just Amon
that he cares about.
Right.
Or he values rather than actually empathizes or cares for. Like, yeah. Coda, I feel so bad for him. Basically, like, he killed his hero. There's a very clear parallel they were doing between Coda and Junichi, I believe, and Miko and Miki. Basically, the two runners that always wanted to be like their heroes. They could never be like their heroes. In some ways, they were obsessively in love, but kind of more, I would say, jealous of their heroes. So when Koda is having sex with Junichi, he's realizing in some ways, I think, how much he's lost. How much he's lost by doing this. So he starts to cry.
Yep.
And then starts to feel things. He starts to have that emotion, and then in the intensity of the passion of, of what's going on and everything, he demons out and it consumes Junichi.
Right. And it's a nice parallel that in that moment he's kind of letting the demon consume him as well.
Yes.
And then there was all the stuff with Miko and Miki, and that was both like what I expected, but then also not what I expected, because the thing is that Miko in her new form, I would say her emotions tended to be the most obvious, right? Whereas with Coda, the fact that we got to see all this with him was really good, because we hadn't really seen how he had changed as a person post-event, right?
Compared to Miko, right? Yeah.
And then so she goes to talk to Miki, and it's like, okay, this is pretty standard. All right. Okay. She takes her shirt off, yeah. And then the whole thing of like the swapping of the names and stuff. It's like, okay, yep, cool. Awesome. That's high stakes. I didn't necessarily expect that, but it totally makes sense. Right. And then there was the little thing of her waving.
Yeah.
And then realizing it. That was so good. I really like that.
Because what it is she's forcing herself in some ways to not care about Miki. To not really care about that. But I also want to put another idea, another interpretation potentially in there.
Okay.
There was the journalist that came by immediately after this. It's like, Miki, and gives the full name. Basically saying, you're not Miki yet. I'm looking for the popular Miki. And the fact that she went and stuff, when she says kind of goodbye, it's basically like her saying like I kind of acknowledge this, and it must be hard being so popular or something like that. And she immediately like punishes her hand for like acting out of its own will, which is separate from hers. So it shows the split part of having a devil, but the humanity still there, which means this is basically the. I'm extrapolating way too much out of this, I think.
But I think I know where you're going, and I'm on track with that. Yeah.
That the reason why Akira, Coda, Miko, and all of them still have their emotions and stuff is because they're not devils. They're not demons. They're not demons. They're not. They're a hybrid. They're mixed. They have both.
Right.
So they have still the human heart. They still have that humanity within them. They're not consumed by it. Now there might be something that when the devil gets let out, essentially, they lose control over that human part of them. Right, exactly. But I still think it's there.
Right. And I think that's how the whole picture of the light and the darkness both colliding on Earth. It's not. I think now that I think about it, I don't think it's supposed to be something of there being multiple different beings, but rather that it all merged. Right. And then maybe in the case of Akira and Rio, they're different because they're two people that didn't merge or something, right?
Yeah.
And they're separate halves of the same whole, maybe, or something like that.
I think it's very clear that Rio is the most separate of anyone else in humanity out
Right.
there because
Well,
he
and-
doesn't have the human part.
Right, exactly.
He's either fully consumed or he never was human to begin with.
Right, and maybe until recently, Akira did not have the devil side. Right, and then hence the whole thing that Rio did and all that stuff, and then the people that actually are devils, maybe it's just that that part of them has awakened, which then has the connotations and the parallels with the whole coming of age and puberty and stuff like that. And then what Rio's trying to do is, rather than turning everyone into demons, it's
just awakening the
monsters and all of them, so that they lose themselves to that monster side of them, which almost seems like he's trying to set the stage for the world so that he can rule over them if he actually is a full demon himself, or he's going to become a full demon, or a hard reset, or something like that. I think
it's where you look at characters like Miki's family. You have the parents who are like, religious, and they're very much like, we are a pure family.
Right, they're the example of the people that have been able to exist, maybe, and put to death that demon inside them.
Right, but then you have the kid who's naive, innocent, but fascinated, curious, and has this part of him that's not necessarily devilish, but he finds it very interesting. And I think it's attractive to him because in some ways he recognizes and resonates with that part because it's a facet of humanity. The aspect of the raw desire, the aspect of just having your I would say your desire. Yeah, that's a great
primal savage.
Savage side, exactly. That's a part where you just kind of go, ooh, yeah.
Right.
And he's not I would say possessed, or even I would say someone who has basically a lurking monster waiting to explode out.
Although maybe he could.
But I think he could if he basically bought into the fear of this whole thing here, of what's going on. And so I'm very much sensing that what they're going to set up basically is
he's going to kill the family.
Well, actually, this is the thing I think that's even more twisted.
What?
The kid is going to be fine. The kid sees this all and he goes, whoa, I was right. This is crazy. Look at how cool this is. This is like he's not afraid of it. But then one of the parents recognizes this and basically goes, that's scary. The fear affects them. They turn, kill their kid. And then one of the other, it'll be the mom or the dad. I want to call it. I think the kid is too obvious. The kid would be too traumatizing.
Okay.
And not too traumatizing in this is too dark for Devilman Crybaby, but this is too oh, okay, sure, whatever. I would see that, but actually
it's too basic.
It's too basic. Yeah, let's have.
It's not bad enough. We need to have the parent kill the child,
and
then kill the rest.
I think it's also a cool. I think it's also a cool statement to make because they're the ones that, like you were saying, supposedly suppressed the monster.
Right.
But it's not about suppressing the monster and then you're done with it forever.
It's the idea of figuring out that balance because it can come back up from anywhere.
It can come up from anything.
And if you teach denial of the monster and the monster's existence, then you don't know how to deal with the monster, which is probably why the kid in the first place has this, or is so enamored by all the stuff that he sees, right? Because he doesn't know how to handle it.
Now,
but I still
still could do the whole thing with the kid.
I would personally prefer the kid because we already saw the stuff with Akira's parents.
Yeah.
So if it's just the parents that turn,
well, no, I was saying it would be just whichever parent gets scared.
Right, exactly. But yeah, so craziness is going to happen. There's still 4 more episodes, which seems kind of crazy considering what happened this episode. And even if they spend 2 whole episodes with say whatever the final showdown is or whatever between Rio and Akira, that's still a ways away. That's still 2 more episodes before then. And what are they going to do in that time? Kill
it
the
has
family.
To spread.
All right, it's got to spread. So 1 episode for spreading, 1 episode for the family dying, and then 2 episodes for the finale.
Yeah, I think that the finale will definitely be a 2-parter. I think they'll do a little bit of epilogue-based kind of like 3 to 5 minutes of epilogue-based kind of philosophical stuff. I feel like this show is all spectacle right now because it's trying to establish really good but vague questions so that when the finale hits, we're basically...
They'll become clear.
Well, no, I don't think they'll become clear. I think what we'll do is we'll be reeling so much from the spectacle and then the spectacle will in some ways die down a little bit.
Okay.
And we'll be left with this kind of empty, hollow, but kind of bittersweet kind of, actually I would just say more bitter feeling. Because, you know,
if you think this has a happy ending,
this is leading up to an
attention.
Eclipse version with Berserk and stuff like that. So it'll be the question of, are we looking at this as basically as a fantastical dissertation on humanity and its darkness, or or the aspect of how basically not the darkness of humanity is this thing we need to understand or find a way to hold in tandem with just the conscience, the good sides, the empathy, because I think that's what Akira is going to hold throughout this whole
hence Devilman Crybaby being the name.
Right, but I don't know. I just think the contrast of that is not strong enough that it's going to end in a way where we're going to be happy. I think it's just going to be a thing of whether or not we're going to have a philosophical ending or a spectacle ending.
I think both.
You can have both, but I don't think
you could have both.
I think the spectacle will be earlier and the philosophical
exactly.
ending
It'll be sort of the cherry on top. Yeah,
Right.
that'll make you want to rewatch the series, maybe to pick up on all the stuff that you didn't miss not that you didn't miss, that you missed because it was so fast paced and all that stuff, and a lot of the concepts were very not ambiguous, but they were not concrete.
Right, because they're using every character in this story, I think, to paint a different perspective on the nature of humanity. And I think that Rio and Akira are meant to stand out amongst the cast of side characters because they each have a part of them that's that's almost like overtly not human or overtly like superhuman.
Right.
Like Akira is the part that's so human, in some ways it defies the reasoning of Rio.
Like it almost can't exist. Not in like real life, but like in some kind of like sustained way in the world because
for sure.
Yeah.
Because of how much darkness there is or what have you. And then Rio is basically the part that is so separate that we have to figure out what is actually the thing that contrasts against him, because I don't know if it's actually supposed to be Akira or if it's supposed to be the darkness of humanity as a whole. Because he has such disdain, I can see, just for people. That this is something where I can't help but like get kind of cheesily excited for his monologue. Like, can you just see it? Like, can you just see it?
And there will be an amazing background track while he gives it.
Oh my god, yes.
This freaking OST, like Kensuke Uchiha,
so good.
Thank you so much.
So
because
good.
This sounds so good. Like, because the ending, the ED, like, I mean, it's always been awesome. It's not the ED changed for this. Like, I mean, they brought the track in
but
earlier.
It fits so well
but it
with
fits
the way this ended.
so well. Like, oh man. Like, when the ED hits just right. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta hit that other hand right. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so it's Pacha from Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah.
No. Okay, so we have the stadium, chaos, craziness.
Miki's okay for now. Both Mikis
are okay. And
which is
actually,
surprising.
I'm really glad about this because it can actually show Miko change.
Right, exactly.
She can have the devil part of her, but she doesn't have to
get rid of that sick ponytail.
She doesn't have to exact some kind of vengeance on Miki.
Right.
Because I think in a lot of ways they could go the route where she's like, Miki, you don't understand. I'm just like them. It's like, no, you're not like them. What do you think of me now, Miki? And then it's, no, say you're just like them. And then she tears her apart.
Or it could be the thing of, you must love you.
I mean, sure.
If they wanted to go the happy ending, but they're probably not going to do that because this is Devilman, and why would they do that?
Well, yeah, I think that they could have a lot of things go from there, but I'm more excited for Miko's character now because she was saved by Miki at this part here. Because while Miko was about to transform, I am glad that she didn't have to.
Right.
And that just makes me excited, I'd say, for the most part, of what kind of things they can do with Miki like before the full-blown craziness starts. Now, the idea to use social media as a way to spread this almost instantly,
yeah, of course. Why wouldn't they?
Is absolutely brilliant.
Oh yeah.
But I like the social commentary aspect of this because, like they showed freaking Trump in the Oval Office right there. I was like, oh my god.
Well, or the stuff of like hey, that just looks just like one of the demons in Devilman, you know?
Right. I love the thing of saying like, well, if this happened in our real world,
we'd be screwed.
We would be so screwed.
Yeah.
We would, like, humanity, society, we would go absolutely crazy. And I've always wondered about this in some ways. The speed at which things spread and people act based upon information in this regard, in this age, I think is actually one of the most amazing benefits of basically living in this time.
And at the same time, one of the most terrifying things ever.
Yeah, can you imagine, Jacob, if aliens landed on our planet? If aliens showed up, let's just throw this one out there. I don't really care about whether or not, like, I don't really care about conspiracy theories for the most part.
But like indisputably, like,
right? If we
Independence Day happens,
but not even a violent thing. Not even a violent thing.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Just they arrived, they showed up.
Sure.
How many people do you think would die within 24 hours from just people going absolute bananas? Just like without even aliens like making like a violent thing like that.
It'd definitely be in like the hundreds of thousands, if not millions.
It's crazy to think about how unstable we are within ourselves.
Sure.
And I think that's kind of what this show is trying to bring up.
Yeah.
Is that it doesn't matter whether or not, like you were saying, whether or not humanity is possessed or if it's just the monster being awakened, because it's probably more likely the monster being awakened, like you were saying. But they're kind of indistinguishable. But they're indistinguishable at this point because the fear would essentially bring out the monster of us thinking only about our survival.
Reality is stranger than fiction. Like that. That's probably not something to mention in a video. But basically, a story that I heard about the crazy things that happened in some areas of the world where public notices had to be issued that when you think about the very idea that would be put up on like a sign in a town, it makes you want to puke. But for the purposes of fiction, let's just reduce it to orgy massacres, because that's or just massacres even. Just the amount of people that are probably going to do crazy things because their worldview was shattered in a split second. Right.
This is something that has kind of not perturbed me, but something that I realized the failing, I would say, within myself is that there are areas in my life where if a certain part of my box, basically, I would just worldview is a bit too like specific. Let's just say my box, the thing that I call my view of reality. If there was a specific hole poked in that box, I don't know exactly how I would react, live, and stuff like that. And I'm not talking about something where it's like you've seen people when they lose their job all of a sudden, or their relationship that they've been with someone for 20 years falls apart or something like that. I'm talking about something where some kind of crazy trauma happens. That's
just destabilizes the very core of who you are.
Right. It's a little unsettling to think about what you would do. You'd hope that you would be a rational and I would say solid human being to where that wouldn't really change too much in the immediate sense, because it would just be you having to work with it and just kind of struggle to deal with it, and you'd adapt and you'd be okay. Yeah. But on the scale of something like this, on the scale where we all feed each other into a frenzy on a specific thing, I don't know that this, would be very unrealistic. Like, this would be that unrealistic if something like aliens was to basically get brought up.
Especially if it was in a violent aspect. Because if it was like...
if any kind of violent aspect was brought into it,
Yeah.
I mean, I want to know, I'm sure that, our mods aren't going to pass around every comment, but, what do you think would happen? Like I mean, don't go into any like specific detail where like
Raid the nearest Costco and
no, like
Going
like
to the
where,
mountains.
where like YouTube's going to just like nope. But like yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious because I didn't think that this show was going to go in the vein of this being almost a philosophical talk or
like
a social
a,
commentary,
right?
kind
A
of
social
talk.
commentary kind of talk, yeah. Because they were like, I mean, we knew that Rio was going to do something, right? And it was obviously going to be based around telling the world, right?
Yep.
Revealing to the world.
Well, that's what he said.
Right,
yeah.
that's what he said, and it was probably going
He's
to be
collecting video footage.
exactly, yeah, and the fact that he's wanting to do it in a particular way is probably so it can have the most impact possible, right?
Right.
Whether that's for his own personal gain or just to watch the world burn, who knows?
Yep. Who knows?
But at the same time, this surprised me. This surprised me.
It surprised me too.
I
think we're headed towards basically the maximum version of what happened in episode 1, so that he can summon an even bigger thing, and basically have it possess or take over him, or basically have him, like humanity is awakening its monster, he's going to awaken his thing, his equivalent, because I think that this show, by having Amon possess Akira in the beginning like that over the course of some, orgy massacre kind of thing like that,
Yeah.
that's basically, I think, what Rio wants for himself.
right.
It's just going to be something along
And that
those
was
lines.
the test to basically see, like, okay, can it be a controlled thing where it's
I know what the result is going to be.
right, I know what
Yeah.
the result is going to
Yeah.
be, and then okay, now time to dial it up to 11, yeah, and then maybe
Or over 9,000.
break off the dial, yeah,
Yeah. Because, oh my god. If this is just also the beginning, like, things are going to get really dark.
yep,
Yeah.
yeah.
Also, this is another interesting point. The idea of the organization looking at it from the outside and going, someone's plotting something. That's also kind of interesting. What do you think about that?
That's actually where they could probably use a couple of the episodes that are like before the finale. Like, they don't necessarily have to, but because of how all this is going, that's because okay, they could just have it be something where yes, there are all the demons, and it's not just awakening the demons inside of people, but there is a concrete, sect of people that do all this stuff, and that it's basically Rio's way of like combating them by throwing them all into the spotlight,
So that throws out the whole Rio is the leader of them kind of theory.
yeah, it would throw out that, but it could be something where basically Rio is saying, okay, they have been currently ruling because things are kept secret. I'm going to throw everything into the open. It will absolutely have the world descend into chaos. Maybe Rio will do some sort of this is all some super sacrifice, whatever, for him to transcend and cast away his humanity, JoJo. But it could also be to out them. And basically to make it so that way he's the undisputed ruler, potentially. What?
I have a crazy idea.
Okay.
I have a really crazy idea. So, in this story...
In this world.
In this story, Akira is the protagonist,
yes.
right? Rio is very obviously the diametrically opposed...
Antagonist.
Yep. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Crazy thought, again. With the whole dark versus light.
Okay.
Darkness being the side of good in this case.
Let me take a drink real quick.
Yeah, this is going to get a little crazy.
I think I know where you're going with
didn't we
this.
see a Last Supper
We did.
image with the things there? What if they straight up go for the whole thing of where this is basically God judging humanity, the Christian God judging humanity, and this is Rio basically saying whoever is not going to basically whoever survives this,
they are the true humans.
They are all that's left, and then we'll reboot the world from this.
I mean,
and he thinks he's the hero. He thinks he's actually saving humanity.
Okay.
Because they'll all kill each other. All the devils and the demons, they'll
also
eat each
kill
other.
the humans. So it seems like, because Rio's really smart. So it seems to me that it would be more of something where he's wanting to, because he knows that by doing this it will shift the balance a certain way, so that way more people will turn into demons and all that stuff, right? So it seems more like he's trying to. But I get what you're saying though.
But here's another thing to think about though. His twist on this is that he doesn't really care about humanity because of the fact that he sees all of humanity as being tainted by basically their demonic devil side. So he's basically saying, I'm just going to purge the darkness of humanity. If humanity gets wiped out by that time, that's fine. My master, those who I serve will just reseed the planet, start things all over again from the muck and goo, and we'll try this again another time.
I don't think Rio wants to have a master, though. I don't think he does. I don't think he will settle for that because the thing is, like, with he very much seems to have his own plan, and any like the organization
he's not talking to anyone about his plan.
Well, right, exactly, and the fact that the Illuminati style group of the demons or whatever that they have here,
they seem useless.
They seem useless, and Rio, like, it almost seems like what they might be trying to do is the coming of age story where Rio supplants them, and he's like, I am the new order, I am the new generation. You guys are old news, and I will replace you.
Sure, but that does kind of fit with what I'm talking about. It's just he gets to have his vision for humanity when it's rebooted.
And will it and
be immune to the whole?
Really, the test is just: is it something where Rio's wanting it all to be humans and like true humans, or he's wanting them to all be true humans and that they're all devils?
I could see Akira being the blueprint. That
potentially
that could kind of work,
but at the same time,
I don't.
And when it happened, when Akira turned into Amon, or he got possessed by Amon, wasn't it something where Rio ended up saying like this ended up like this is the beginning of my doom or something like that, or I did not I did not foresee how this would have such consequences or something, like he gave some kind of statement of general this? like in like the first episode. When,
I don't remember.
Like, and he sees Akira transform, and it's something like this. At the time, I had no clue, or something along those lines of like, this will end up coming back to bite me.
Oh yeah, I don't remember that.
Oh okay, but
my memory's not
so
that
maybe
good,
it's something where Akira's supposed to be the blueprint, but I mean, obviously Akira's the protagonist, so he's going to end up raging against the dying of the light.
Yeah,
but
yeah. I mean, that's well said. Well said. Nice reference there. I that's about all I've got. I think with this episode, they're basically saying, now begins the age of chaos.
Right.
How will it end? Will it end quickly? Will Akira save humanity? Will Rio and Akira do something together? Like, I think on obvious they have to come into conflict at some point on a direct scale. But
totally. What's that going to look like?
Yeah, what does that look like? And then also, the other thing is, does Akira have some... Because this is the thing. Rio has further stages to the plan.
Right.
And until we, I'd say, see more hints of what those could be, I think that it's still completely up in the air at this point as to what is his goal once this has begun. Because I think that's another hint on a meta level, is that we still have 4 more episodes left.
Yep.
And this seems to be, in some ways, just the execution of stage 1 of the plan.
Lighting the fuse, Right.
But we don't know what he's actually trying to blow up. Exactly.
Right. Yep.
So, y'all, this is crazy. This show is nuts. So, looking forward to the next episode's reaction. If you want to see that episode's reaction right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch. Sorry, we're doing timer-based stuff there. Any level of support gets you access to our Discord, where you can chat with us about stories or just hang out in general and chat about whatever. And if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.